Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Sorry for the delay. We are into the last match of the evening. It's Team Singularity versus Wind and Rain GG. We had a little bit of GOTV problems, so we are now into the game. It is 3-0. Wind and Rain had gotten a bomb plant in the first and second rounds. And then it looks like things all went haywire after that. They weren't able to forward up all the guns they needed, and this round is just a clean sweep. No casualties for Singularity. I'm Topical. Joined with me is Evan Emode. How's it going, Evan? What you got for me?
It's going pretty good. I'm actually excited about the new improved ESEA life support system. You heard about that yet?
I haven't. What's it about?
Well, I mean, essentially if you're having an issue with another user in your game and it's, a reportable offense, we have a fact list about that. You can report a ticket that goes to a live team of admins who will come on your game, evaluate the situation, and just see if it's a bannable offense, basically. It's a pretty major undertaking for the ESEA system. I think it's a step in the right movement.
Step in the right movement.
Step in the right direction, sorry. Sorry.
It's all about that movement in Counter-Strike. Everything's a movement.
Yep.
Here comes Wind and Rain into sight. Safe is there, and he'll be finished off by Fry in a wallbang. And you've got a terrorist, Cray, just creeping on top of the stairs. Bomb will be planted in a fresh smoke for stairs. And a Molotov to the bottom side of that. Rusty's going to eat 25 damage from that and forced back a little bit. Great utility usage right now for Wind and Rain just to give a shove-off for Singularity.
Really deep flash coming in. Look at Freel's spot right now. Pick up
Oh,
one.
unexpected.
Hugo, though.
2-on-3, 2-on-2 now.
Oh, we can defuse this.
He can.
Defuse, cover his cross. Boom, done. It's over. It's over.
Hey, main's not the greatest spot to post plant hold after default position. So a 5-0
if you're
start.
planting in that default, if you're planting in that default position just to move away from the topic, you gotta allow your Tetris guys to make contact and make sure those default guys stay alive, because they're really the bomb defense. Those Tetris guys are pretty much the crossfire trying to get set up for it, and nobody's staying alive on that side. I mean, Singularity, easy defuse for them, and now a mid aggression following. Did you see the first kill? The kill's being exchanged in favor of Win.
Well, they got it for right now. What I would like to see in that last round, to expand on that, is you had two players in A main. Send one of them back to Palace. Wrap them all the way around. Who cares how much time it takes, because you're not in use down there. So it is 3-on-4. Wind and Rain holding the edge right now, and Barbar on catwalk peeking into mid after all those fireworks erupted up there. He even looks towards underpass, but wasn't quite able to see Cray. And a smoke into window is going to allow Wind and Rain to take mid back. Not a smoke on connector yet, however.
A little boost towards that short right now. Rusty, he's going to be able to find one. No, Astro clearing Rusty. His crosshairs just a little bit off that ball, moving to B, but Bar's going to hear it. Let's see what he's able to do.
Oh, easy shot for Benji. He even holds his ground, so he's a little bit lucky, I would say, that AK shot only hit him in the chest. And the bomb will fall, and the last two kills are cleaned up. So even with a bad disadvantage early on in that round, Team Singularity still hold true, and they make a ton of cash. Even rebuying on 3 players in that round, you've got 10 grand on Benji. He still holds the op, so he's not going to have any economic problems for a couple of rounds. So strong start for Singularity.
Executing just into quick A right now, and safe gets pop flashed into the ramp, thankfully. Gets a second to reset, and he's going to pick up 2 off that, and now Rusty with 2 of his own. It's all up to Dancy's with that Deagle and Halls, and the bar is going to be taking him down from that staircase. 7-0 for Singularity, and very, very quick CT side right now.
Yeah, it is. The only time that they've played quick is when they played in mid for some aggressive stance. So they do a little bit of a pump fake into mid, and Wind and Rain are now questioning how Singularity have been playing their defaults. And Singularity have been hiding those defaults rather well. You've seen some change-ups on how the CTs are defending that site. Like in that round just prior, you had a player right at the A main threshold being covered by the player at ticket booth. Now, that's a long shot for an M4 if you've got Wind and Rain who are just flooding out A main. It's a lot of targets to hit. They do end up losing that first player, but he's able to get 2 kills before he dies anyways.
Yeah, he actually... So when they executed on A, they counter pop flash the ramp for safe. He peeks it. He's not able to get anybody, but he does end up getting a pop flash from his teammate that protects him a little bit. His teammate then throws a Molotov in front of him, and then as the terrorists are rushing out, safe with that Molotov helping him is able to pick up 2. So like right there, you're talking about that teamwork, that cohesion, how difficult it is for Wind and Ryzen, and the way Singularity's playing, and that little example is perfect to just look at this entire CT half so far.
Okay, you got the buy up for Wind and Rain now. They have Dancy's op. And they're setting up for the same smoke execution into A. There's nobody holding mid. There's nobody holding lurk presence in B halls. It is all or nothing here to the A site. Smoke's coming down. Benji doesn't have a stair smoke blocking his view. He has a full open end on the player up there. A late Molotovs to stairs is a day late and $1 short.
Somebody missed their stair smoke? No,
I don't. It never came.
Yeah, they just,
did not throw.
But they did have a smoke. So
nice peek right there from safe. I think a pop flash came in from behind him maybe, and he's just still holds. I mean, he's just shooting into the wall while the terrorists have to respect this angle. All the while, Benji from connector catches him looking the wrong direction. Only Dancy's in fray. Dancy's left and he's mollied out. He's gonna have trouble peering through that Molotov, and in fact, he'll just abandon.
What can you even do at that point? With
Nothing.
that up, clear CT, he's protecting the spawn cross, so he's getting free kills as much as he wants. And then you have all the CTs in Singularity pretty much retaking from the area that now, if you're Wind, you're aiming for, and it's just not going to go your way. On top of that, I mean, one of the Wind players did have that smoke for stairs. So they had the extra smoke, and what did it get used on? A very interesting CT smoke. Did you see that, the way they aggressively threw that?
Yep.
So it's just a little bit questionable out of Wind and Rising. I've been calling him Wind and Rain, but
there's an anime called Rising Wind. It's really good.
Yeah, that's why I was mistaking it, because
of course,
the anime.
Obviously, an anime that nobody's seen but me and our producer.
Who watches that stuff? As Astro takes a lot of molly damage down to 14, and Frey falling now. Wind and Rain, very low. Wait, what's the anime called? Rising Wind?
Rising Wind, I think.
Oh. All
right. 2 left against the 4, and look at the CTs. They have a terrorist's arsenal. AKs aplenty. And they continue to hit A over and over and over again. And they'll continue to bleed out rounds. 9-0. Yeah, it's an anime about my career path. It's about aerospace engineering. It's pretty cool.
Let me guess, the planes go Super Saiyan at one point.
No, it's actually real.
Then they have to collect the Dragon Balls, summon the giant plane. It sounds like an anime show to me.
Or there's like a super plane that all the little planes have to team up to be able to take down. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's about pre-World War II.
Oh,
it was cool. Japan in pre-World War II, about the aerospace engineers that are inspired by the Italians engineers in making aircraft for Japan, and they end up developing the Mitsubishi Zero. It's pretty cool. And there's a love story mixed in there, you know.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna watch it, but I mean, I like the history lesson within it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's historically accurate in the sense of like the names and places.
I don't think there was a super giant boss plane that everybody had
I'm
to
making
at some
that
point. Up. Oh man, Ben Benji now with that op going towards upper B as this tac pause comes down. Can Singularity keep this win streak going? They're up 9 rounds at this point.
No signs of stopping either. Every round has been healthy.
Ooh,
But Cray
through the
peering through that
Molotov.
molly.
Yep.
Could this be a similar to what we saw yesterday? Was it Era Eternity that were playing against Master Lords, and they dropped a round or two, maybe because they felt a little bit overconfident?
I don't think that was so much overconfidence. Benji didn't see him at all. He thought he had full advantage in that aim. And then he just died. There's a ghost in the halls.
We've been here before, though. Singularity have been a man down. In fact, they've been 2 men down. And they've successfully been able to thwart Wind and Rain every time so far. They want to be able to split A. Does look like Dancy's op is going to be joining in tow. Safe is here, shoulder peeking. He's soon to go up against Link. Clears out his angles. He heard a step. He hears a step. He sees a shadow, and he jumps up on top. Oh, getting up on top of the planter wasn't really the optimal play. So you're now 2 men down, and you've even upgraded to an AK from, I believe, a UMP. Barbar is doing his God's work if he can. Barbar staying alive is always going to be a threat, and it's suddenly a 2-on-2. Before the bomb was planted, Cray tried to get into jungle to basically secure the round.
Oh, Astro, big kill onto Barbar, and then another one onto Hugo, and Wind and Rain have joined us today, Dallas. They are here in this match with their first round.
They were just giving Singularity a head start. According to our producer, Wind and Rain is the greatest team to grace Mount Dooley.
My ESPN notification just went off, and it just said, last night, Drake playing video games with Ninja. That made ESPN headlines.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Wow.
And it's not even esports. Yeah, it's just huge, I guess. I guess to ESPN, video games are esports now. WaR. Great kill towards that B-hole stuff around.
Rat-a-tat-tat. And it is Benji and Rusty to fall. 2 big fraggers right now for Singularity's side. Maybe it's enough, though there is Barbar in window. He's scoped in, almost hits the shot on the escaping Dancy. And he just gets caught at the top end of the connector. That player will die. A trade for a trade, and you lost all your top fraggers.
Nice
But
shot.
Barbar strikes.
Teammate now rotating in. Frey's going to look for that kill as well, I think, here. He's kind of scared about that connector, and I do think he believes both players are spawned now, and this is nice out of Frey. Nope, he thinks someone's jungle. This is going to be scary.
He's close enough. He can make huge impact on this one. The smoke goes to the bomb, and if a CT is bold enough to touch this, but it's a touch and a fake. Oh, they line up too. He would have had to have pre-fire to win that one, though. He was so close to the boxes that his shoulder peaks before his face does. And you end up with a 10-1. Double op being saved in Singularity. Reset Wind and Rain.
I feel like that's a 80s pop band, honestly.
Wind and Rain?
Yeah. Am I right?
Yeah, I could feel that.
It's a guy and a girl. WaR now. With that up towards the B side, he's going to be pushing up Cat. Hugo, Molotov in hand, watching that B tunnels. And it does look like Wind and Rain. The 80s pop band. Going to be executing with 1 pop flash towards that site.
Mad stack. They did this towards the A site before. But this is one of the rare times that they come B, actually. Is it the first time they've come B? I feel like this site has been... No, they've definitely done it before, but I remember Barbar was in the market, just removing players coming into the site. So this might be the second, maybe third time that Wind and Rain make an entry into the B site. It does net them a bomb plant, and there's weapons to be recovered, like behind
Nice
bench.
nade. It could have been better. A little bit deeper, that would have done a lot of damage to Link. He also has a Molotov to throw in that exact spot. He's going to throw it onto default now, and that's going to push Link out. Easy kill there, and it's all up to Frey with 5 HP. Should be going down here shortly as well.
He basically needs to wait for the CTs to touch the bomb and not clear out Van. It's the only way. If the CTs don't clear out Van and they spend their time elsewhere clearing out, and he comes out and stops the bomb.
Okay. I got a plan for you. So he gets the first kill, picks up the M4, gets a Molotov. Drops a Molotov on the bomb because both the last two CTs are pretty far back. That buys them a little bit more time. Now CTs have to push even closer to him. Maybe he does win that round by just playing time a little bit more. I mean,
both our strats come down to
it,
time.
It just came down. It just came down to basically if he got that first kill, because then he was able to pick up that Molotov, drop it onto bomb, and then I think he could have used the time a little bit more. You know what I mean? But not picking up that first kill, obviously, it doesn't give him any chance there. And Singularity, 11-1, is your scoreline in Wind and Rain. Flying right back and coming to B. Look at this head stack. I like it out of WaR. He's gonna. Oh, he spots him, and he drops.
WaR gonna go back. Can't see anything. There's a CT smoke blocking off the van. Instead, he has Astro that pushes ahead. In fact, he's looking all day. He misses that shot, but Hugo pulls up 3. And that was a rifle round for Wind and Rain, and they melted like it was an eco round. We're into the 14th round, and it is 12-1, and the T's don't have much to stand on here. I mean, every time they get a decent look, which there haven't been that many, at best, they've had some bomb plant consistency. It's 3, 4, 5, 6 bomb plants in the half so far. But every time they get a look, I mean, the foundation crumbles under their feet.
It's just the individual talent right now. Dancy's pushing that smoke. He gets spotted right through it, and that's an easy kill towards A ramp right now. And the rest of the T side coming towards connector. Benji might be getting caught here, and that's exactly what happens. He drops a Molotov. He actually gets protected. And will he burn himself to death? Oh my gosh. The scariest round of Benji's life there, Dallas.
That round could have gotten expensive with Benji dying, but he survives. Yeah. Rusty with a 4-piece.
I mean, at that point, Benji's literally just praying the Molotov doesn't spread and kill himself, right? He just put it down beside him. I like that, though. He drops it in a position where the T's, if they were to kill him, let's say, if they want to take advantage of, let's say, his op, or even get into that connector, they have to take that molly damage. So that was a good little idea from Benji.
Okay, all or nothing. Wind and Rain do not have rifles secured in the second half, no matter how this round. They got the first, but it is traded out. Same strat as we've seen before with the player close on A main being backed up by Rusty. He's at the triple box, and he defends himself. In fact, jumps into the smoke, but he jumps up onto the bench, and that sells his position over the top. 3-on-2. Hugo and Barbar. Barbar barely wins that fight and gives a good look, but it's a double op retake. Well, bomb's not planted, actually.
Oh, Barbar's made his way out right now. I actually think he might be able to pick himself up a kill here. Turn this into a 1v1.
They both go close to the wall. Oh, they make their way across jungle in time.
He knows,
He's confused.
He knows.
Does he?
He knows. Yeah, he knows. Oh my gosh!
That was scary. It was like a haunted house. Barbar has a grenade in hand, and he knows. But I don't think he was spotted. No, Link never saw him either. Bomb will be planted for Catwalk.
Think of the possibilities.
They both play cat. I mean, even if he smokes the bomb and goes for a defuse, there's no chance.
No, he smokes the bomb. Oh, just smoke the bomb and just tap it, get off it. Yep. Here we go.
He knows they're both over there.
Exactly.
There we go. He hits the first shot, but no time.
Go wide on it. Yes, he's not going tight. He's gonna get it. Oh, I caster cursed him.
Failed me. How close was he on the defuse?
He was like, I think it was at 2 or 1 second.
He needed to stick it. He was out of time at that point. There was no more fighting involved. So 13 to a deuce. Like I said, no rifles secured for Wind and Rain unless they win their pistol.
Just judging by Singularity in their last game, I feel like they should be able to pick this up fairly easily. I mean, they took down Sprout in pretty confident fashion, I'd say, once they got the ball rolling, right?
Royal.
Right.
Royal.
Right.
Singularity I've just repeatedly punched Wind and Rain in the mouth in this game. It seems like. I mean, I don't think there's been a really good look for Wind and Rain at any point in that half. It's been very strong. There was a couple instances of having 2-man advantages for Wind and Rain, but you never felt confident that they could still hold on to a site.
Just the individual talent, I think, on Singularity, right?
Yeah, Barbar. I mean, Barbar wasn't even really high on the frag count, but still, he was a threat in post plants every time.
Okay, moving into the second half here. Wind and Rain. Must need a pistol round. Singularity winning that half 13-2, 3 rounds away from victory. Starting off with this pistol round is going to be the literal match here almost for Wind and Rain. Fast B coming up from Singularity.
Well, a flub exiting the window may have cost one body, and Rusty wasn't able to get his Glock under control. And right now, you were in a 2v5. You lost that first player, and again, Singularity ain't out of the picture quite yet. The bomb has dropped into a pretty scary spot, though. It is in front of the arches, and there's no more utility for the T's to be able to... Well, they just picked up a smoke, actually, off the corpse of Astro. So they might be able to choke off one of these angles.
Oh, what a shot by Benji. That's going to force the CT player to get even more passive. Look at all that control. He actually finishes off Tansies in the window here. But Craig, great shot onto Benji now, and we're down to a one-on-one Babar smoke P250.
1-on-2 for Barbar. Same situation as he was in before. To close out the half. Oh. And he knows there's a CT up there, so he likely knows that there's a second player around there. So he breaks stride in the market, and the remaining CTs, Lincoln Cray, gonna have a little bit of a question for themselves right now. Was it a fake to A after recovering the bomb? They both watched the sights.
Neither CT wants to overextend, right? So this is gonna be the opportunity, at least the Singularity, to get that plant down. And Babar actually got away with the cross. They don't hear bomb going down, and I wonder if they're gonna think they thought it was B. Babar gets out, and he's got the smoke down.
Oh, but he throws the smoke, so they come back. Oh.
Doesn't matter. He's got advantage at this point. Look at this.
Oh, he's behind him.
Exactly.
He takes the first fight. No! He's got to watch out, Barbar. There could have been so many ways that played out. There could have been time afforded because the CTs go to the B site. It wouldn't have taken too long to figure out that it wasn't planted on the market side of B. But it could have been a couple of seconds. Barbar plays a great, after showing that he's on A by throwing the smoke, he plays jungle, and the CTs overpass him. It's just tough.
Felt like Vader at the end of the third Star Wars. Gosh, that was close. See, if he killed that first guy as well, that was the kit, right? And the other guy had made it into sight. So the other guy doesn't have the advantage in defuse. Babar has another 10 seconds. He could fake, he could push, he could fake the run into it. Either way, that would have been huge. And, oh, it hurts. It hurts. Singularity, though, buying right back up. Babar with an ump in hand.
Buying
a full nade set. Yeah.
They're buying with bomb plant. So rather than have AKs in the next round, you go with a UMP.
Look at this, only
pistols.
one person on B.
Oh, but here they come. Lincoln Astro are going to be showing up. They've eaten a flashbang, and the two smokes for the arches are going to nullify their presence. In fact, Fry hits Astro through the smoke.
Yeah.
Woo, and it passed through one of the T players, I think, so it's credited as a wall bang. That had to be what happened. He's shooting at a terrorist.
Basically, on Catwalk, Frey was in B. Frey got mollied and killed by the T's pushing him. But on Cat, there were two CTs, and one spammed his teammate in the back. They were just holding mouse one, and his teammate ran in front of the spray, and that's what happened. Safe taking down Cray now. Dancy's on the other side of Benji, who takes down now Babar. Or, sorry, Link. Jeez. That was a lot of kills going very quickly.
Yeah, that was a great round from Singularity. They managed to find the weakness, and that Wind and Rain only had one player on the B site.
Why they only had one player on B?
Questions. UKCS questions.
One player on B on what you thought was going to be an eco round. You know, regardless, even if it is a force buy, you want to have that guy generally closer to B at the start of the round. Oh, that's rough.
So Wind and Rain might not actually end up with rifles because they rebuy here. Try and stop this momentum. They need this round. Else they're in deep doo-doo with pistols armor in the next round at best. So they've got an ump and a scout. Dancy's scout is in the market, so they have 3 players at B now. And then you have early warning systems in connector as well as A main. Cray is actually pushing through A main, and he'll be able to feed some information to his team.
Very slow play from Singularity here, and I love this right now. Just trying to feel it out, see what Wind and Rain want to give them. Cray push towards that A ramp. That's a great little bit of info, but even with that info, Wind and Rain keeping 3 people more so towards that A site.
Okay, they're gonna roll B again. Man, I'm dying. I need more tea. More red meat in football. There's an angle on top of the boxes, but they lose their first body and their second. They're forced by now looking way deep. It's all Cray, and there's no chance. I mean, 1v5 with a UMP no kit, you might as well save this for the next round.
That's exactly what he's going to do. Maybe he finds a kill on an overextending terrorist, but even then, don't hunt for anything, right? Let it come to you.
Even if he does get a kill here, it's unlikely that there's not going to be a buddy system involved for Singularity. So he would still have to fight. Recovering and upgrading to a rifle is a seldom chance.
Yeah,
It'll be the 15th round for Singularity, and what do? That's right, Mountain Dew.
Yeah, remember, guys, if you're thirsty, enjoy nice, refreshing Mountain Dew. What's your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew, Dallas?
Oh, Code Red, obviously.
I've never had Code Red.
Really?
I've had the blue one.
Do they sell Code Red where you're at?
Hey, man, I live in Canada, okay? Not Antarctica.
Do you have running water?
No, we actually just got electricity. And Astro actually just got tagged towards middle. He's down to 13, and he's going to be finished off by those nades. Singularity looking to put an end to this very quickly as they head up the connector now, Dallas.
Oh man, Frey had him. Dead to rights. Benji ducks, and Frey can't correct for it, and that's going to be all she wrote. Dominant, 16-3.